Jimmy Neutron, Carl and Sheen, all drafted for the war on Retroville. Despite being like 11 or 40 or something, they all had to fight and kill. Jimmy created his own weapons for him, Carl and Sheen, with no need for skill. As they were loading up, Carl picked up some grenades. He brought them over to Jimmy, who was putting his gear on with a shimmy. Carl asked about what he was holding, and Jimmy told him to be careful. Those are explosives, Carl, he said, explaining he got them from Timmy. Carl thanks Jimmy for warning him about the grenades, though as he was about to walk back, he told him, I did pull the pins, Jimmy. Carl pulled the pins from the grenades. Panic set in as they all had to evade. These types of explosions are not for parades. This might set off some of those air raids. Jimmy threw them out before the area could get bloody. Carl then told him, I'm sorry, I pulled the pins, Jimmy. Jimmy was irritated, but he understood that Carl was not too intelligent. So off they went in Jimmy's hover car to the battlefield, locked and loaded with weapons and limbs. They went in, see the evil robot monkeys who were shouting out some alien language, but no one knew what they meant. Jimmy, Carl, and Sheen took cover in a bunker nearby. This was more than they could handle, nothing to bring them glee. They stayed quiet to not bring attention to them, but Carl had a hard time as he really had to go pee. Carl fell back while holding on to something, realizing it was the grenades again. Quietly walked up to Jimmy and said, I think I pulled the pins again, Jimmy. Carl pulled the pins from the grenades. Panic set in as they all had to evade. These types of explosions are not for parades. This might set off some of those air raids. The aliens heard the explosion from afar and captured the boys in a cage that made them feel crummy. Carl then said out loud, I'm sorry, I pulled the pins, Jimmy. The boys were brought to the alien monkey master. It was a master supercomputer who had the boys hang upside down. The computer downloaded their language to talk to them. The supermaster computer said to the boys, fear not, for you will become like us as robot monkeys. You will serve our cause tirelessly forever, committed to expand our domain. As the computer was speaking, Carl had to sneeze. He tried to hold it in, but he couldn't hold it back any. The guys were fearing for their lives. But when Carl sneezed, the vibration caused him to drop the grenades, which there were many. Everyone went silent to process what just happened. Then Carl looked at his hand and said, I pulled the pins, Jimmy. Carl pulled the pins from the grenades.